So we basically, as college students, we would just go to coffee shops and bring our Bibles and sit down and we would read, and we spent a lot of time doing that, just kind of trying to learn as much as we could. And the waitress noticed that we were reading our Bibles and said, "Hey, I go to this fabulous church in Boulder. It's called Cornerstone. You guys should totally check it out." We were at another coffee shop at Starbucks, and somebody saw us holding our Bibles and said, "Hey, you guys should go check out this really cool church. It's in Boulder. It's called Cornerstone." And I think a week later, we're at a different Starbucks reading our Bibles again. And a stranger approached us and he said, "Hey, if you guys don't have a church, I go to this great church. It's in Boulder. It's called Cornerstone. You guys should come." And after that, we thought, all right, God.
Yeah, maybe we should check it out.
Thank you for the many invitations. We will certainly go and see. And so there was something about it that was just so authentic, and everyone was so kind. And
we went back the next Sunday. One of the pastors on staff, he recognized us right away, remembered our names. Yeah. He was like there in the lobby waiting for us. And I think that was it. We're like, this is home, this is our place. And we immediately started spreading the word to all of our family members. They were all like brand new believers as well. My sister, my soon-to-be brother-in-law, my mom, my soon-to-be stepfather, Lindsay's parents. Anyone we could tell, we're like, you have to come here with us. And they did. Cornerstone made such a big impact on my family, specifically with me, my sister, and my mom, because just a few years before I started going, this is in 2002, my oldest sister passed away, and it was like a very unexpected, tragic thing that really just blew up our whole family. And we were having, to say that we were having trouble coping with it is a total understatement. When we got to Cornerstone, it was a place where I think the healing really started. People who just knew how to meet us where we were at and talk to us in a healthy way, and really just, for me personally, helped me to start grieving. The sense of feeling like I could let my guard down, I could be me, I could cry, I could grieve, I could laugh, I could just be me, and I can be embraced and just accepted the way I am, the way we are. But also, it's so much part of our journey the last 12, 13 years, is that we actually moved away from Cornerstone for 10 years. And I served on staff at a church in Seattle. I served on staff at a church in the Washington, D.C. area.
We had actually been gone for a year, right? And a year after we left, we moved to Seattle. My brother passed away, and we came back, obviously, for the funeral and to spend time with family. And it was, those days after he passed away that the Cornerstone community really just kind of like, I'm getting choked up talking about it. They really just showed up in like this profound way. Like people from, people that were connected to my parents, people that knew us, they would just bring by food and they would sit with us. It felt like when we needed advice, when we needed true deep fellowship, or somebody who could, who we could get some real like truth from when things were really hard. That was always the place that it continued to be even over those years. Yeah,
and as a pastor serving at churches, Cornerstone is always a place where there are other pastors that I could call and connect with, and they just were so good at listening and giving wisdom and insight and support. And all the while, we always felt like Cornerstone was home base. We even referred to it as like, Cornerstone is home base. We're just kind of like out in the field is kind of what it felt like.
Yeah, we'd even explain that to people at our church, and we're transparent about it, and they kind of look at us like, what do you mean? We had no idea, I think, the first day we invited them there, that it would turn into
my sister and brother-in-law led the preteen ministry for a little bit.
Yeah, they did.
And volunteered, and then Cornerstone helped send them out to Cambodia on the mission field where they're at now. I was baptized at Cornerstone.
Yeah.
My sister was baptized at Cornerstone. I got to help baptize my mom and my stepdad at Cornerstone.
They were married at Cornerstone, like
yeah,
in the church?
We did our premarital counseling and some postmarital counseling at Cornerstone. We got married at Cornerstone. My sister got married at Cornerstone. My mom got married at Cornerstone.
Your mom ended up working at Cornerstone.
My mom worked at Cornerstone. Lindsay's dad is an elder
now. My mom has led Bible studies for the last couple years. They've led small groups.
I mean, we could go on and on and on about just the major life events that have occurred at this church. If one word would sum up how I've felt about Cornerstone since we started, is this one word: home. And so that's how it's always felt. And so when the time came to actually move back to Colorado in the fall of 2017, it really felt like a homecoming in so many ways. It's incredible.